hungry, it's my Threescoopes, and welcome back to my Talkie VTubing space. I never thought Miss Pokimane would ever become relevant within the VTuber space again. Not since what happened with her a few years ago when she tried to, quote-unquote, become a VTuber herself. That situation was pretty funny, which didn't turn out so well in her favor. It triggered the VTuber space just as bad as PewDiePie wanting to learn to be an artist. Now, I personally don't care whether it's a man or a woman who's at the top of the contenders list when it comes to the entertainment industry. For this case, streaming and content creating online, if they're entertaining, fantastic. And if not, well, I could probably guess where it came from. So when I first initially saw this tweet, I thought nothing much of it. I'm like, oh, okay, so she's getting herself into more controversy. That's nothing new. I'm gonna go about my day. But then I noticed it started trending around the VTuber space and people started throwing in their own opinions. Now, before I get down to this, further and upmost, I want to get one thing out of the way first. Actually, two things out of the way. First off, most of the stuff I'm going to be talking about and saying is how this one little statement seems to have sparked a debate within the VTuber space. I am going to be throwing in a lot of what I've seen personally from observation, and then I will throw in my own 2 cents. Second, please don't send any harassment towards Pokimane's way. I want to be able to have a mature conversation about this. Or you're a baka. Here's the statement that she made that's causing a huge uproar. Unfortunately, there aren't that many huge female streamers. At least not on Kai and Speed's level. I was only able to learn about Kai through the whole Twitch sub record with Iron Mouse thing last year. Woo!
Damn. Oh,
Good times! Anyway, what got the VTuber space triggered about this statement was, of course, it comes off as excluding VTubers as a whole. Now, this is where it gets pretty interesting because I've been seeing a lot of back and forth when it comes to certain stuff about this. The VTuber space seems to be equally divided when it comes to agreeing or disagreeing with what Pokimane is saying. Take this tweet as an example. I keep seeing people mad because they think VTubers are excluded, but I don't think they realize people like Kai and Speed are pulling 50k viewers per stream, and there are no English liver VTubers doing anything close to that. 50k is the low end, by the way. I love VTubers, obviously, as we all do. I want to see them succeed, but just because a VTuber is popular in our sphere doesn't mean they are in the general sphere. I mean, look at when Kai collabed with Mouse. You still had people calling out the wazoo, calling her a man, and all the other basic VTuber assumptions we always get. It's not like this can't eventually happen because VTubers are becoming more popular, but it's just not a comparison right now. Well, that's just typical hate if you ask me. No matter if you're a face streamer or a VTuber, people will always find reasons to hate you for no reason. But I also get what they're saying. As VTubers, we're more of a niche. We're not exactly openly and widely accepted into the general streaming sphere, if that makes any sense. Having that mindset would personally peeve me off just because I'm a VTuber and I don't choose to show my flesh suit super often. It doesn't make me any less as a real woman and a female streamer. You know what I mean? But to some people, especially women, they don't consider this because...
What, you mean these virtual women go online and make money and I have to spend 3 hours putting makeup on? Yep. Get over it, whore. Your days are over. Your womb is drying up. My womb is eternal.
This brings us on the topic of all huge female streamers are practically VTubers. On Ramses' Desk video that was covering this topic a few days ago, I did post this comment 3 days ago. We're all women by the end of the day. Why can't they realize that? How does me being a VTuber to make content make me any less of a real woman / female streamer? Just because I don't want to show my flesh face and show off my figure all the time? No thanks! Virtual is more fun in my opinion. It's one thing to not be a fan of something, but at least acknowledge. We're all people, dude. Take a look at this comment. What Iron Mouse is the highest subscribed female streamer on the platform. She was able to beat Kai and Speed's numbers last year, which she did. Now, if you want to talk about the maximum number of viewers per stream, like I said, I've never personally attended one of his streams, so I don't know if he actually gets 50k every single stream. Okay, so I've never attended one of Kai's streams, so I can't really speak. I thought maybe I could find something useful on his Twitch channel, but apparently nobody keeps VODs on anymore. On a tweet like this, they're talking about the maximum viewers per stream. But if you want to talk about being on the same level as Kai and Speed, under a different context, then how about we consider Iron Mouse when she beat Kai's Twitch sub record last year? What about that? Are we not going to include that as being on the same level? Yeah, she lost it like a week later, but that's besides the point. Let's go back to this comment here. All huge female streamers are VTubers, which is true. No matter how much people want to deny it, numbers do not lie. But let's take a pause from that. Forget about these crazy numbers. You know why? Because we're about to take a look at the other side of the debate. Take this tweet for example. Everyone bringing up but VTubers conveniently leaves out that every large VTuber with Kai/speed/ numbers is corporate. You're comparing VTubers with marketing team, management, e-tech to guys that went live and popped off. Pokey is right. There is no female equivalent. Looking at it that way, okay, how about we take Hololive out of the mix and then we just focus on, let's say, Iron Mouse, because she is the best example that a lot of people are using right now. She too started from the very bottom. She too started with only one viewer. She was already making it on her own before she joined VShojo. All they did was help her gain a boost, which is a good thing. So I wouldn't be too nitpicky about it. At some point, as you grow and you have that amazing amount of luck and algorithm by your side, everyone is going to need some help in one form or another. Oh look, I know this VTuber, Snuffy. If they started small and independent like many quote-unquote corporate VTubers do, these talents also have production crews, teams helping them achieve this once they quote-unquote popped off. If you think one man can travel the world alone and perform great feats without having someone hold a camera for him and people to help drive him, promote him, and manage finances, that seems very ignorant. Great female creators exist, and moving the goalpost just so it fits some perfect narrative seems unfair. The VTuber goes on to explain the misunderstanding, but the direction of VTubers are falling towards corporate VTubers, so I am just going to move on from that. You know, at this point, you would think it seems pretty pointless to continue talking about this because we're talking about two completely different audiences, two completely different streaming spheres. But because VTubing has only become recently popular within these last few years, and like I said, we're more of a niche rather than being a part of the general streaming sphere, it's going to take some serious time before numbers can be seriously evenly matched. But for the time being, depending on how you, as the watcher, personally see things, for the most part, for the time being, people are still separating female creators, the face streamers, from the VTubers. No matter how much that pisses me off! From everything I've seen from both sides of the argument, I do see someone like Iron Mouse on par with Kai as far as the Twitch sub levels were concerned. She is up there, but if you want to focus on the viewer count, like I said, I have never been on a stream of Kai, so I can't even confirm myself if he actually gets 50k views per stream. If so, good for him. I'm happy for everybody. Seriously, between both genders, what does it matter? Is it true? Is the streaming scene becoming more male-dominated? Because, I have never paid attention to that. It would be interesting to know. So if anyone can confirm that for me in the comment section, I would very much appreciate it, Licky Lick. Do you hungries think she's right, or is she wrong? What are your own thought processes from all of this? I did see someone bring up an interesting point about how you can't cherry-pick a subathon subscription number to everyday performance between Iron Mouse and Kai. They say Iron Mouse only gets about 25% of Kai's monthly hours watched, and she has to at least stream 250% more to get that. 10% of his average viewers, 7% of his peak viewers, and they say sadly she's not even close. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Feel free to correct that in the comment section as well if you guys know your information better than I do. I think what we all can agree on by the end of the day is it takes a crazy amount of hard work and dedication and creativity to reach the level that these people have reached in their streaming careers, whether they're a face streamer or a VTuber. It's something worth to admire. Anyway, this is where I'm ending the video, so feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is Miella Threescoopes, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Licky lick.